So there's a lot of new products coming out for the VR30 following the new Nissan Z's release. One of the big things that's seeming to be in development is something that I recently asked in a Facebook group, and that is top-mounted turbos. Basically, an upgraded turbo manifold to the top mount. And these top mounts are actually being developed by How Built Performance. I don't know if some of you guys know him, especially if you're in the VR VQ community, you'll definitely hear that name here and there, because that company makes a lot of high-end, nice, very high-quality welds, did exhaust. See, one of the big benefits and side effects of actually getting the top mount turbo manifolds is actually you can put an even larger turbo on this car, because as you guys know, the turbos that is on this car are pretty much in like a really crunched up tight knitted space to the point where you have to utilize that space to get as much power out of it. But if you have a manifold that points the turbos onto the top of the engine bay, you could pretty much put the biggest possible turbo you can and push as much power as you want. So it frees that up as well. Let's just take a second and actually look at the whole turbo housing on the VR30. So basically in the middle part, you have the part that's connected to the internal manifold. And obviously on the right, that connects to your downpipes, the catalytic converter, whatever you may have there. And on the left side, you have your turbocharger. So basically, air is being fed through to the turbocharger and exhaust fumes is being fed to the turbocharger. And both of those are going upward to that pipe that goes basically into your upper plenum. And yeah, that's just as much as I know for this turbocharger in general. The original turbocharger that comes with this car is really small, I heard, but I haven't seen it myself, but that's based off what I heard from other people. One of the big things that I noticed that makes the sound really sound like absolute garbage, if you guys see that little hole that would technically be in a manifold that connects to the engine, that is one of the main reasons that the VR30 sounds like absolute dog water when you put on full downpipes, because it doesn't have like a traditional like header setup that's outside of the engine pretty much. And I'm a really big exhaust like enthusiast, so honestly what I would say is this is more like unequal length headers versus equal length headers. Like if you were able to change the headers on this car, the sound would be phenomenal, but that is looking like it's not gonna be possible unless you take out the whole engine, because the headers is pretty much basically integrated inside of the engine is what I'm trying to say. Don't quote me if I'm wrong or if I'm right, whatever, but this is just what I think. If I'm wrong, please like give me some more reasons why this car does not sound like a VQ or a VR38. Maybe and most possibly has to do with that single piece, since this car has engine integrated headers, engine integrated manifold, which pretty much just makes it like a whole straight pipe. He did say it was going to be dropping around this winter. Hopefully it comes out soon. I can't wait for the production of it and see how everything like lines up. All the lines line up to the big turbo setup, and the tuning, pretty much everything that has to do with the engine management with the car with the top mounted turbos, because that's really unique, and a lot of manufacturers haven't actually gotten into doing that yet, because they're still working on using bigger turbo housings in the stock factory plates like the GTR. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say about the turbo type stuff. But I'm more of like an exhaust guy, like I said. I just can't wait to hear how it sounds. I've heard upgraded turbos, how it sounds with an exhaust. It sounds good. It sounds pretty good, but I feel like it may actually sound even better with top-mounted turbos, because then you could hear the turbos spool up even more. Also, this could also start a new thing where the turbos are relocated, such as front-mounting the turbos for the drag strips, which would definitely 1000% be a benefit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If I said anything that's off or whatever, just leave a comment, and I'll definitely look into it. Thanks for viewing. I'm out of here.